Oh my,
I don't.
what I did for lunch. I mean, this is a new day because the fact that I missed one session kind of threw me off the loop. What's the timeline? Um,
Saturday lunchtime, just before the tea club.
just before the tea clubs. I know what I'm gonna do after that. On lunchtime, considering the trip, I know I'm gonna spend a lot of time with Katsumi, so I'm not looking out for her. I think I'm gonna go with like finally initiating contact with Fumagidyu, at least trying to find him. And I'm gonna do so because I even wrote in my notes that check out Fuma, maybe his husbando material, so I'm gonna do just that. And I'm gonna do that by... Wait, did Katsumi, when she mentioned him, did she ever told me where he usually is? Or how to find him?
She would have said that if he's not in his domain, he would be either in the cafeteria or the library.
Okay, would I actually know how to get to his domain?
You can ask Jeffrey.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm popping up at Jeffrey's, either out vending machine or Jeffrey domain. Hi Jeffrey.
Hi.
Um, do you have a moment? I want to ask you one question, and I was hoping you would be able to help me. Of course, I'm saying that like smiling, being all sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, sure. What is it?
Um, do you know? I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't mind, but do you know how can I get to Fuma Gidyu-san's domain?
Do you want to buy a trinket?
I tilt my head. Sorry, what trinket?
Oh, that's what he does. Makes trinkets and stuff.
Oh, I'm sure they're lovely, but to be honest, it's more of a... fuck, how do you say that in English?
Personal?
Not consensual visit.
Casual.
Yeah, casual visit.
Yeah.
My cousin was saying many good
okay.
things on him, so I thought I can check up on her. Fuck, another word. On her claims.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let him know. And then he'll just jingle for a bit. He'll be like, you can go in.
Thanks, Jeff. Enjoy your business. And then I go through.
Alright.
Shit, should I say enjoy your business or may your business prosper? Ah, never mind.
He'll enjoy either one. Why is his thing over there? Alright. Alright. Why is this so wacky?
What, Rab in general? It's just kind of like that.
Yeah, roll 20 sometimes. It's slow working.
It's not. It's just the rabbit. Ugh. Ooh, I feel like I'm dragging like some stone down the page. Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I like prep all the playlists in separate tabs instead of doing what you're doing.
Well, I can't be bothered.
Oh, but you're gonna be bothered later by not doing it. I'm just trying to save you time.
You see, just your players only mean the best for you.
Alright.
Yeah, as I'm coming to the main, I'm like, oh, heyo!
Alright. Where's my other one gone? Oh!
Also, don't forget the loops. Like, oh, you got it. You got it. Never mind. You're good.
Alright, so did I take you to the page? I did.
Yes. It's alright.
So that's what his domain looks like. It's basically a floating bit of rock with a massive Jeffrey and then a table. What the fuck's that? I guess it's some kind of thingy. Anyway.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Nice place. I'm digging it.
Oh. It'll be like, greetings, Fujiwara, is it?
Yes, Fujiwara Reiko desu. Nice to meet you, I mean, properly, because we met, yeah? So, I wanted to, like, do it now that we have time and there is not in the middle of a concert, which was...
Ah, well, once again, I'm Giryu. Fuma Giryu.
It's my pleasure. Shit, I forgot in Japanese culture what's more respectful. Like,
Saying his last name, it's his Fuma.
Pleasure is all mine, Fuma-san. I mean, sorry if I interrupt you something. I just thought I might... I scratched my head. I mean, my cousin said so many good things on you, so...
Ah, so you've come for a conversation then?
You seem like a very interesting... so I want to know more about...
Ah. Well, I suppose that comes in two options then. Whether you wish to know more about me or what I do.
I'm fine with whatever. I mean, we didn't really spend too much time, so we have a lot of topics to talk about.
Alright. Give me a moment. I'm gonna need to roll. Alright, he doesn't need to use it. Alright, so he'll be like, well, he'll just kind of laugh. He'll be like, I can't really say I talk about myself on a personal level too much, so I guess I'll stick to what I'm more comfortable with. And he'll just kind of be like, do you want to see what I'm working on here?
I'd be delighted to see your work.
Alright. So he'll be like, I don't really have much for other chairs. And he'll just kind of wave his hand and kind of like a box will kind of shuffle towards the desk. I would offer you my seat, but well, I don't quite know if Honorby has been particularly mischievous or not.
Yeah, I start answering like, oh no, you don't need to trouble yourself with it. I'm not a princess. I don't need a throne to sit on, and then I take the box and I tilt my head. Honorby, is that your friend, companion?
Ah, my persona, yes.
Oh, your persona.
With Honorby and He'll just roll his knowledge to see if he can recognize Ebisu. It's a 1d10. Should be anyway. It'll be like, well, your persona certainly has the smell of salt around him, and I can recognize that that intoxicating aura of fortune. One of the 7 gods of fortune.
And I like smile happily. Yep. Abisu is my persona. Say hi, Abisu.
Ah, that would explain. That would explain the aura. He'll just kind of, well, he'll be like, your parents must have been quite pleased with your persona. Bondage. Bondage sounds like the wrong word.
Sorry, my head went into a gutter, but I know what you meant. I'm like, yeah, I mean, they've been, I'm not immediately like throwing out my family history, but I say that, yeah, Ebisu is like, you can say, not source, result of my parentage. Good fortune comes from my mother, actually, mother's side.
Ah, well, I suppose there are some traditions that are mixed with modern times. You'll be like, but anyway, what I'm working on here, it's a little something for a client of mine. They wish to be out in the world, hoping to meet another mythopoetic.
Travelers sounds nice. Traveling around, meeting new people, and like I'm also like when I'm if the box is like high enough that my legs do not touch the ground, I'm like, you know, my legs are swinging as I'm sitting like la 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 la.
It's a pretty big box.
Yeah, so I'm like left, right, and like I'm enjoying being here. It's like I'm trying to like wondering if there's a like small pool of water or something like that, or no water at all.
Pool of water.
No, that was like out of character. If like Reiko sees
Oh,
any
I
water
mean, like
surface.
if you're sitting by the side of the pool. Okay, I get it now. All right, so.
I mean, if there isn't, then it's cool because just like I had an idea what to say if there is.
All right. Well, you can look below you to see if there's anything interesting, like the area you're currently in.
I might take a moment. That's like, Like I look around, look beneath me.
Alright, so what you see is kind of like it kind of reminds you that you're in. It kind of reminds you of a swamp and a volcano, and it's very controlled. Like there's pools of like frothing, bubbling magma with like fumes just wafting out of it. As the,
I'm sure Akko will not be happy if Ebisu summons him from a pool of magma.
Probably not.
And today's specialty, chef specialty, sushi from Akko. Or like Akko Grill barbecue. Anyways.
There is a glass of water on the desk.
But I'm sure it's like water for Fuma. Obviously he will be parched while working. And then I'm like, because maybe if he notices that I'm just looking around, I'm just like smiling and saying, you mentioned that your persona is of a mischievous nature. I wonder that he might enjoy a playmate. But Akko would need like some kind of water. I'm pretty sure your glass of water, like you need it.
He'll just kind of be like, no, feel free to use it. I don't mind if your persona uses it. It's still water after all. Nothing that will kill me.
I mean, sure. It's like only if like you want your like. I think it would be nice if your persona gets a playmate during my visit. Maybe he'll
Right.
see me more prefer like. Obviously, you can get Akko so he can meet a new playmate, hopefully.
Alright, so I'm not gonna role play playing between two personas by myself. So they'll just do that.
Yeah. It's just fluff thing, not mechanical one.
Right. And he'll be like, well, I suppose it would be rude if I go on about myself. You are a guest after all.
I mean, it's
Anything that's on your mind?
No problem. I mean, I like if I see. Is it a business confidentiality, or can you say more about that thing you're making? Is it something that makes it easier to travel around the world?
Well, essentially, what I do is I make. I try to make a visit of at least a small token of what the mythology around the demon represents, and try to carve that into a statuette. And anybody who happens to have the talent, or at least a sensitivity, will be able to interact with the statuette. And the statuette is kind of like it kind of looks like a mechanical scorpion, and it's kind of got like, you know how a desert would look like with like sand and stuff, but it's like metal, like what's it called, scrapings,
I
filings.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I can like imagine it in my head.
Yes, and he'll be like, this one's quite a peculiar one. It's not from any particular mythology, not one that's known by many people anyway. We class it as new mythology. It'll be interesting to see whether anybody picks up on it or not.
It looks very, very detailed, very nice. I mean, you're like, do I need a roll, or can I just say that it looks very detailed, like professionally made? You
I
must
mean,
be...
it does like
Sorry.
it does look like a lot of painstaking detail has gone into it, and you can roll an understanding.
Ah, okay. Okay, so it's the 12. Yeah, not gonna spend PP. D12, D12. Okay, exactly 50%.
Right, like it doesn't. I mean, you can see like the detail is not so much precise as is trying to get like a feel for it. Like you notice there are some imperfections, but it's like imperfections that have been like planned, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So it doesn't look like it's like straight from a shop floor. It kind of looks like every bit has a meaning behind.
Alright, I mean, Reiko cannot do knows shit about sculpture, so she's like, it looks awesome. You must be very skilled at this, Fumasan.
Thank you, thank you. That is the part of my ability which I can truly call my own. My master had a different way of connecting demons with humans, and this is my own
Kitty, you're
touch.
fading.
Oh,
Yeah, for a
I
moment, it's not that it was not robotic. It only like suddenly you got quieter for a moment.
maybe it was Skype. I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's otherwise it's fine.
All right.
Ah, master. If I may ask, it's been like this sculpture business and your master. It's like your father, grandfather. It's like family business or something that you decided to take up on.
No, he wasn't family, though he might, well, not in blood at least. No, he took me in after, well, I wasn't quite fitting into how how we do things back at home. He'll just kind of say diplomatically, but I suppose he was akin to a father-like figure.
Oh, I mean, on one hand, um, sorry to hear that atmosphere. Well, you know that it was not perfect, but on the other, I mean, not as you said, not in blood, but it's nice you found somebody that, well, you could say that he was a family member. That's nice you had a person like that. Or
Yes, I feel very blessed to have had that in my life. Otherwise, I suppose like I'd be still the runt of the litter.
out of character. Sorry, that last sentence I cannot probably translate it in my head, so I don't know what does it mean.
Basically it means like when a dog has puppies and the smallest, weakest, most pathetic looking one is called the runt of the litter.
Oh, now I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's everything's fine, right? I mean, if not, I will be um, happy to help. It's somewhat of my nature and specialty, trying to cheer people up.
My position at the moment? Well, I think it's somewhat imbalanced, but things lately have gotten a lot more unpredictable, especially in the past couple of days.
Then I say, oh, I mean, I scratch my head sheepishly again, and as they sometimes say about Fortune, that she's a flicker mistress, but
Oh, well, I suppose I've had many dances with Lady Fate, though I still remain here.
that's very good. And I mean, you and I start like waving my hands. You don't need to answer if you don't want to. I'm sorry for prying, but and then I like conspiratorially like lean in. And if I may ask, Fumasan, what do you mean?
Oh, well, remember when I said earlier that, well, it's not exactly the same coin, but I suppose the same, from the same metal, Ebisu and Onibi they do like manipulating luck.
That's
And I've had my close shaves.
oh. But you're still here, and remember that shit. What I'm trying. Wait, is he? God damn it! Stupid fucking antivirus program. God damn it. Wait, do I know that is Fuma a part of March or not?
He is.
I'm like, close shaves. I mean, if sometimes we slip and start falling, it's always good to have somebody that will. I mean, if I remember correctly, Fumasan, you also like in March, same as I. I mean, if situation gets dire, you can always count on us, on me, to help in need.
He'll just kind of chuck and he'll be like, well, I'll certainly keep that in mind, though it's usually people who ask for my knowledge of things. But when it comes to things, when it comes to things more substantial, then I'll certainly remember those words.
I'm happy to hear that. I might have been guessed for my son, but I scratch my head again. But and like my cheeks, like I'm maybe not slightly embarrassed, but like like slight pink tint. I'm sorry, I've been grilling you with questions since I appeared in your domain. Do you want to know anything about me?
He'll just kind of say it's not a problem, and he will ask. He will ask how your family's been doing.
Oh, I mean, that's my. Partially, this is partially a hard question because out of character as a player, I don't know when was the last time Reiko, for example, interacted with her mother. I think I never, as a player in session, I never did.
Oh boy, you would have loved the conversation on Sunday then.
Oh, fuck.
I mean,
Hi, mother. Be gone, Sion. Anyways, I'm like, oh, they are they doing the usual thing, like the families. I'm saying that with like do father being leading the shrine, or like being the head monk, and the life was proceeding. Usually my colleagues, dropped a little bit, mostly because I got like transferred to dorm, and then there was this like merch business, small business, meeting, beeping, people help, and I like chuckling. I might have power for everything and anything, but sometimes the day is just too short.
he'll be like, I suppose I did hear it on the wind that you had moved into that classroom. I suppose given the way things have gone, and from what I've heard from Hamato, that's not too much of a surprise.
One can say that Shin was believing so much into it. I remember that he mentioned during the concert that he was absolutely certain that I will join the club. Well, I did.
He'll just kind of do that sound as if he's going to file something away later to think about.
And then I say, as for others, I look at him with like mischievous, like silent mischievous look on my face. There's and I wonder how well do you know her?
Katsumi?
Yep.
Well, I suppose we've known each other not for as long as you might think. It's only been a year or so. She was the only one who kept in contact with me after, well, I stopped going to the meetings.
By the way, out of character, he means March meetings or what kind?
He means family meetings.
Family meetings. Okay. That's nice of her. It's always good to have contact.
Oh yeah, she does have a gentle heart, even though she has a steely touch.
She's like She doesn't have a, I mean, not posture, figure for it, but she's like, but and then I like laughing and waving my hands, but don't tell her that, don't tell her that. But she's like lovely big bear, looking dangerous on the outside, but sweet and fluffy on the inside.
Hmm. Well, I suppose if she were to catch that, she'd probably be wondering what species of bird she is, at least.
Yeah, I mean, she was also saying nice things to you about you. I got interested because of that. I mean, mostly, not only because of that, but let's just say my cousin has a chuckle, sometimes high or the high.
Right. He'll just finish up a piece and he'll be like, well, I certainly hope I meet her standards then.
Oh, most definitely. And then I like take a pause, like but I don't have like a camera because I'm like Reiko is doing this eye thing that she like looks from up to down at him, like down to up, and I'm and then something like matters, and she was definitely right, and I agree.
He'll be like, she was discussing about the bonds, though. Well, I'm not a Tengu. Perhaps did she not bring this up with you?
I mean, because out of her I'm a little bit thrown off. In character, I'm gonna be like, Reiko tilts her head, like there's like puzzling, questioning look on her. Once and Tango. I mean, we have a trip today to Tango Forest. I failed to see the connection. Sorry, it happens to me sometimes. Maybe a lot of more times, but sometimes.
He'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, well, I suppose you'll probably, when you go with her later on, you probably won't want to mention the fact that you've forgotten your family's most integral ally and retainers.
Oh. Is he for? Thank you so much for reminding me. You're like huge help.
But what with all the goings-ons that you've described to me, well, if I was in your position, I'd probably have that on the back of my mind as well. You know, wanting to find the right person and all.
Oh.
Feel free for Reiko to misinterpret this.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, and then I like look down and like my cheeks go, like I fidget a little bit. And then I look around. Nice weather. No, wait. She almost face palms like, So, do you? Can I answer you something like else? Do you want to know something more? Like she's definitely flustered.
Right. Let me think. I suppose what I'd like to know is you mentioned earlier about your contact with Shin. I believe out of the rest of your classmates, you are the first who had a persona before you met him.
No.
Did he appear any different to you? Or
If I'm wrong, correct me, just but I'm uh, no, not rather. Oh wait. Yeah, I mean the thing with the Shin, the vision of the past. Yeah. I mean, back then in the past, during my youngish years, I didn't had Abyss as my persona. It was, and sorry because I'm terrible with names. It was this other persona.
yes, I can't remember it.
Yeah, but we
Let's
know.
call it Dust Ball.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, my persona. Okay, yeah, I had different persona. But I don't know. Maybe that was the case because I mean, as they say that Fujiwaras and Nakatomis are like one of the old families and like. And when I say like old families, it's not that I'm disrespecting it, but he could. I'm not hiding the fact that it does not matter to me as much as it should, like the bloodline, you know, that stuff, it's not that important for me. And so yeah, maybe that's because of my family and upbringing that we are, you know, priestly stuff, spiritual guidance, so that maybe naturally is connected to persona.
Going back into the past. Those abilities still exist then. I do believe this is the first time it's been mentioned in such clarity. I'd thought before it was simply just something akin. I didn't think it was a seance, more of akin of a rejogging of the memory.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was like, actually that was like, it was mostly like a rejogging of the memory, only, most like an interactive movie. Because only Katsumi was able to like see me, but see me as she thought I was my, even though I was like normally.
He'll just kind of furrow his brow, as if
Fuma-san is a trap. you have activated my trap card.
He'll just kind of have that look, as in like, that doesn't sound like it would be possible kind of look.
I mean, I shrug helplessly. You know,
Oh, you saw it was Nakatomi.
she looked like Nakatomi Katsumi that I think I remember her from my young years, and that was she looked the same. And that place when we spent our childhood.
I see. Was Nakatomi the only central figure within your seance?
Ah, fuck. I mean, I'm saying fuck because as a player, I have no idea if Reiko would like immediately go blarp that Shizuka was also there. Shit. I mean, how do you feel? I know I played her as like a open, sometimes naive person, and I'm just like wondering would she like immediately like, you know, blurb like everything about, not everything, but the fact that yes, Shizuka was the second person that apparently knew that I'm not in the from the future, so to speak, from her.
I mean, I guess if
you roll,
yeah, if you need like maybe like an understanding roll to feel like maybe I shouldn't or not.
For that understanding, would that be with plus my social modifier with Shizuka or nothing?
I mean, it would make sense
since you're
because-
understanding her.
yeah.
Okay, I think I have 4 with her. Cool, so just 2.
Alright. So, from your talk with Shizuka, when you think back on it, she technically didn't tell you that you couldn't talk about it, but she seemed to rather distance herself from the whole subject matter itself. But you kind of feel like, well, knowing Shizuka, like if there's something troubling her, like she won't deal with it with herself until somebody literally drags her through it. So if you want to help her understand what it meant, then asking somebody who seems to be as knowledgeable as Gidyu wouldn't exactly go wrong. He doesn't exactly like feel like the type who would be like blabbing people's secrets to everybody he meets.
Yeah, I'm like, I give him like like sweet, like full of sugar smile at Gidyu and say, Fuma-san, you can keep confidential stuff, keep a secret, yes?
Well, yes, I have trained myself to do so. Some people can be quite persuasive.
Oh, of course, but that won't be with your, like, shit, what's the word? As long as you do it, like, openly, then it's fine. So, to answer your question, yes, there was another person, and I just sorry needed a moment to think about it, because knowing her, she never did tell me that it was a secret, but she's a kind of person that, well, she likes to ignore the trouble, so to speak. I mean, she's sweet and nice, but we all have our, things and quirks. But I figured you see like a very knowledgeable, skilled person, so who knows, maybe you are the one that near or far future will be able to help her or help me help her or something. So, short version of answer is that the second person knowing that I was from her point of view from the future, or like for me the present, was Shizuka Fujikage.
The ward of Katsu. Is that how I pronounce? Ward
Yep,
of.
I mean, me,
Yeah.
Katsumi and Shizuka were like tight in our childhood days. Spent time together. It was nice. I mean, we kinda still do, but obviously we have our duties and whatnot. Especially Katsumi, she's really trying to do the best she can.
Giddy will just kind of be like, well, now that you mention it, I can understand from a perspective that Fujikage would be more perceptive, but with Nakatomi, well, I suppose they're cut from a different cloth, even though they share a somewhat of a sibling bond.
Yeah. Maybe it was her. Wait, I don't know about her. I mean, maybe it was her persona in the past or something. Little cameraman. Who knows? I mean, I asked her like when I got back, and she was fine with it. For now.
Cameraman. I'd thought it would be Saki Matamu.
I mean, maybe maybe the vision of the past was not perfect. After all, it was meant to teach me to learn from the past to strengthen the future, or something on the lines. I heard something when the vision began, and I must say I learned something.
So perhaps not a perfect reconstruction then. A reimagining.
It might be so. I know about this stuff even less than a lot of people. Well, of course, including you, Fumasan.
Hideo just kind of close his eyes and he'll be like, well, for me earlier on, sitting through you, apologising for asking me too many questions, it seems, well, I've gotten ahead of myself.
It's fine. You are a lovely conversationalist. Why I went for such a hard word in English, I don't know. Talker! Easier one, Jesus!
But, well, I suppose I can give you something that should be able to help you later on. And he'll just kind of like rummage through like a drawer, and he'll take out like a phylactery, a glass phylactery, and he'll be like, where you're going, there's a lot of wandering spirits. You may be you'll be able to use this either to defend somebody if they wish to possess an unwitting person, or perhaps you'll be able to make a new friend as you've demonstrated over there. And he'll just kind of wave his hand towards Yonobi and Aki.
I mean, we are Fujiwaras. I might not be too big on that entire bloodline family thing, but we are spiritual guidance people. So of course I gratefully accept your gift. It's so nice of you, and I will make sure to use it to the best of my abilities.
You'll be like, keep an eye on your family members that are accompanying you. Perhaps you'll find out more about the bond between the priests and the Tengu. Maybe you'll even impress Katsumi. She doesn't have a partner herself.
Yeah, but about that I know that I'm not gonna say that I I visited him mainly because we started talking about potential partners and whatnot. Yeah.
Like, he's talking about a totally different thing. And Reiko's like, oh, you mean that? And he's like, no. Yeah. I think, and he says, I think with that, I think the domain's about to go through another shift. So I suppose we should make our way back into within the real world.
Of course, Fuma-san. Thank you so much for offering me your time. It was very pleasant talking with you. I hope this is not the last time. And I smile and wink.
Of course not. I'm always available. Well, at least I should be always available in spirit, if not not within time, if you wish for guidance.
Oh, of course. I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, you sound like I'm like playfully. I don't know. Almost like I briefly want to lightly punch him, but then I stop. Stop it! You sound like every. I will come visit you only when I will need something from you. And I say that I'm jesting, half joking. But of course I will visit you, for casual visits too.